What's up everybody, back with another video from Kyiv, and as you can see by the title, I am headed to the Pride March. So last weekend, there was another Pride event down in Podil near my apartment at the Zhovten Theater, and I guess there were some counter-protesters and there were some physical altercations and things like that. I was out of the country, so I wasn't there. I'm obviously back in the country now. Today is supposed to be the march, which starts in about 10 minutes, and it's kind of a contracted march this year from what I've read online. It's only scheduled for about 30 minutes. It's going to be a relatively short route. Evidently, the event coordinators met with city officials and police and talked about safety concerns, things like this. The police and government officials tried to talk the event coordinators into canceling the march. The statement the event coordinators put out was, even in a time of war, it's really important to have this march, to have people's voices heard and things like that. So there are expected to be counter-protesters here again today. The march starts in about 10 minutes, so I'm kind of running behind schedule a little bit, but I wanted to go down and kind of film it to see, kind of see what was going on. I mean, as I'm trying to, show everybody different cultural things that are happening in Ukraine, I thought this was a pretty important event to cover. So, waiting on the metro, jump on it when it gets here and see what we can see. I couldn't get through. There's a police barricade, and I forgot I have my knife on me. I couldn't get through, but look at all these freaking cops everywhere. It's a little ridiculous. So all the way down, it's blocked off. They've got all sides of the street blocked. This bus is full of police. There's police everywhere. It's a little crazy. The saying is, I have a pocket knife I carry with me everywhere, and I've been to so many freaking events there, and it's never been a problem. I wasn't thinking about it. So I didn't actually want to go stand in the middle of the parade. I wanted to kind of film from afar. Because especially if there's going to be counter-protesters and problems, but they've got the streets blocked off a block away from the street the parade's on, so I can't even get close enough to film. Maybe I'll round the corner and try to hide my knife in my backpack or something, so we'll see how this goes. After stuffing my knife in my shoe and convincing the police I'm a journalist, they somehow let me in. I guess maybe I have a residence permit, so they thought I wasn't so bad. So still trying to get up to the main area. You can see more police. I can see parade in the back here. Through a second line of police. Actually pretty small. There's a whole lot of police for a really small rally. Looks like they're lined up getting ready to start the march.
Подивіться, будь ласка, навколо. І скільки наша традиція – це свобода! 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 Права не дають, права беруть! Права не дають, права беруть!
So I didn't realize they were lined up around the corner. It's why it looked so small when I walked up here. So I see two numbers out here. One is 9103, and I saw the sign for the other one. I think I read online these are something to do with like proposed bills in the legislation. And I need to read up more on that. I forgot all about it, or I would have looked it up before I came out here to make sure I knew what it was. The two girls that were waving at me. I originally tried to walk in with them, and that's when I had my knife in my pocket. So they were laughing because they saw that I got in. Strangely enough, there's a lot of security out here, and the police weren't letting just anybody in. So I know they were already expecting counter-protesters, but evidently they're probably not going to let them in. I'm wondering if there might be some surrounding the event for when it breaks up. So we'll just kind of wait and see. Go back and show you. This is the street I originally tried to walk down. And I don't know if you can see up here, there's a green police truck. There's a line of police there. On the other side of the truck, there's a whole line of police across the street blocking people. Once you get down here, there's more police on the corner, forming like a second cordon, second barrier. So really extensive police presence out here. Now I wonder where they're all going. Because they're kind of jogging, so I wonder if something's going on. Or maybe they're just running to get back so they can get released on a Saturday. I can't hear what they're saying. It sounds like they're saying something about our police, something about freedom. Naša policija is something sloboda. The soldiers out here and veterans. One of the organizers was a veteran as well. So they're out here advocating for rights amongst the veterans and military community as well. I just noticed the puppy masks. Personally, I think it's a little too hot out here for that. I had to take my jacket off. So last year, 2024, was the first time they had the march since the full-scale invasion. So I read online they wanted to make sure that it continued this year. Police barricade, they stopped them here, so they're turning around. Some are marching down the sidewalk. I don't know if they're going to go down and try to head back towards Kyiv maybe. I'm not sure what they're going to leave open. So I was just talking to one of my buddies. He works diplomatic security for the Canadian embassy here, and the Canadian ambassador, she's out there. So like I said before, they got turned around. Now it's kind of dispersing, and they're talking about going somewhere else, but I couldn't hear what they were saying. This is interesting. There's a couple from the UN Human Rights Watch here, maybe documenting. Counter-protest march, but I can't get, they won't let me back up to film it. People over here in the streets screaming. This won't even let me up to film at the top of the stairs. This is really strange. Frustrating because I wanted to film the counter-protest as well to show, you know, the dichotomy here, but a little frustrating. The police won't even let you upstairs won't even let me up out of the metro right now. I finally made it out of the police cordon. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. A little crazy. That was really chaotic, really short, kind of, from what I hear, you can still see the remnants of all the police here. From what I heard, the original parade was supposed to be at noon. They changed it to 9 last minute. And then they got everybody in, did the parade, forced the people from the parade down into the metros where everybody was changing clothes, which they were kind of advised to do after the parade, got them pushed into the metro out of there, and then let the counter-protesters come up the same street. And like I said, unfortunately, they wouldn't let me back up out of the metro stairs to film the counter-protest. So yeah, that was really strange, short, chaotic, and a ridiculous amount of police out here for that. The counter-protesters went up the street towards the Opera House. I'm not sure where they went to from there. It might have dispersed. But for those of you who know the area, they closed off Tyatralna metro station, which is where the parade was supposed to start from. But even all like the street going down to Kyiv Street, all across Kyiv Street, all these streets up the side, they were just like hundreds, literally hundreds of police everywhere. It was crazy. I've never seen that much security in the city, even with visiting dignitaries, even on days like National Independence Day, things like that. I've never seen that much mini police. So I was a little crazy to see. Okay, what I'm really happy about is I've been walking around this entire time with my Spyderco Endura in my shoe. For those of you knife aficionados, no, that's not a tiny knife. So anyway, I got that out of my shoe. I'm gonna walk down by Maidan and see if anything's going on, maybe up by St. Michael Square, Sophia Square, jump back on the metro and head home, just see what else is going on today, because I don't know, there's so many police out. I have to think it's more than just that little parade and protest we saw. So I'm gonna see what else may be going on around town. This is where the counter-protest, they went up past the Opera House, in front of the Opera House, turned, came down in front of Golden Gate, and now they went up to St. Michael's Square, and now they're coming back down towards Maidan. Looks like they've got this blocked off up here as well, but I'll see how close I can get.
Щоб наша Україна, вона була захищена тобою, щоб в нашій Україні були здорові сім'ї, родини, щоб в нашій Україні народжувались діти. Благослови нашу країну. Ми просимо тебе.
Стрим? Ютуб.
Твич.
So this was the counter-protest to the parade earlier. It's weird to have so much security on the other side of the street. Now there's the other side where it started, now literally no security over here. I think they're all headed down towards Maidan. And I stood around and let them get ahead of me, so I missed it when they came down across Maidan, but looks like they're gonna go over by their steps and hold another speech over here. Noticed they finally uncovered the Cossack statues. Those have been covered since the beginning of the war. Nice, I'll walk over there after this clears out and look at it.
Україна! 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 Захисниками захисницям України тричі! Слава! Тричі! Тричі!
Так як ішли герої за тебе свята! Так як ішли герої за тебе свята! За твою славу! За твою славу!
I wanted to walk over here and look at the fountain that I told you they uncovered. So these were, this is the old Cossack fountain. These are bronze, and you can see where they've started to oxidize. They've had basically been wrapped up since the war began to protect them from any type of, ballistics incoming. And so they finally uncovered them. Looks like they're going to need to go in and polish these old guys up. So at least it's good to see them uncovered again. Hopefully they'll have the fountain up and running a little bit later this summer. So both the parade and counter-protest are over, and I was fortunate enough to film, a little bit of each of it at least, to just kind of show you guys the two different opposing sides here. So that's it. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day. Looks like the rain's moving in, wind's picking up, so hopefully my microphone's catching me. So that's it. Gone for now. As usual, thanks for watching. See you guys soon.